The question is, can the Miami Dolphins finally win their division and finally host a playoff game since I've been born? I haven't seen the Dolphins host a playoff game since Chad Pennington. That's a long, long time. But guys, the Miami Dolphins have a pretty darn good record. They're in the division lead over the Buffalo Bills. There's still so much football left, but we have to start thinking about playoffs, clinching playoffs, taking the advantage, and start trying to clinch these home games. Guys, the Miami Dolphins, as of now, are the number 4 seed. They are behind the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Baltimore Ravens. But if you look at their records, 8-3. The Chiefs are 7-3. The Jaguars are 7-3. The Dolphins also have 7-3. The thing is, the Jaguars and the Chiefs have the tiebreaker over the Dolphins. So if one of those two teams fall and the Dolphins win this week, they will continue to move up. But that's not it. Right. The most important thing is this. They have to stay away from the wild card. The Browns, the Texans, and the Steelers, as of now, have the wild card. But still, teams like the Buffalo Bills are in the bubble. The Colts, the Broncos, the Bengals are still in the bubble. Like, these are teams that are still in playoff contention. Now, I'm going to talk about the schedule in a bit, but there's been so much criticism over the Miami Dolphins. Can they continue to put up points, continue the yardage after all the injuries? What's going on? Guys, if you guys saw the game against the Raiders, now this is something I want to zoom in really quick because people have been saying the game against the Raiders is basically the best team they've beat. Regards to record, because the Raiders were 5-5, now they're 5-6 after the loss. But still, the Dolphins put up around 400 yards on the Raiders team. You could easily say that they're not the best broken even team, let's say, regards to record, that there's still so many faults and flaws that the Dolphins have offensively and defensively. But let me tell you this, the Dolphins did not allow 100 yards rushing on the ground the entire game. They did not allow, matter of fact, they did not allow 70 yards rushing on the ground. Jalen Ramsey got 2 interceptions, okay? Xavier Howard played his butt off, okay? The defense for the Dolphins actually was there. They gave up one huge play to Devontae Adams, which was a 50-plus yard bomb. Okay, 1. But still, just to show them that, and the Dolphins had a horrible game regards to turnovers, interceptions by Tua, fumbles here and there by reliable sources for the Dolphins, mistakes. And even in adversity, even with a team that was trending upwards because the Raiders won 2 in a row, with new management, new offenses, new revamped energy, the Dolphins still showed up and pulled it off. Now, can they do that with a team that is over 500, maybe 2 or 3 games? That's still the question that many people have. But still, the Dolphins are in 4th seed as of now. And at the end of the day, as long as they clinch their division and clinch a playoff spot and clinch a home field playoff game, anybody with the Miami Dolphins, fans like me, would be very, very happy. The remaining schedule is this. They still have the New York Jets. I see the Dolphins winning this game hands down, okay? Zach Wilson is benched. I think he's going to be QB number 9, whatever it is. They finally made the move. So the Dolphins do have to play around with Tim Boyle and see what happens. Trevor Siemian is the backup, and then Zach Wilson is QB3. He's not QB9. There's no such thing. Then they go to Washington, play the Commanders. Again, a winnable game. Go to Tennessee. That's, I believe, to me, it's a winnable game. The Jets come to Miami December 17. Again, winnable game. It's the last 3 games that are basically the hardest on the schedule. The Dallas Cowboys, Baltimore Ravens, and the last week against the Buffalo Bills. And be careful because that could potentially be for the division. The Dolphins only have a game lead as of now over the Buffalo Bills. Yes, the Buffalo Bills have been very sporadic. They haven't been winning. They haven't been losing. They've been almost even, let's just say, right? But still, they've been a tough team. The Buffalo Bills already beat the Dolphins once. So it could be many different things. A lot of playoff contentions. It's just a lot of hype around the Miami Dolphins. Now, let me just say this. Tyreek Hill is on pace to surpass 2,000 yards. With 7 games left, he has to average around 112 yards per game in order to break the record. In order to be the first receiver to pass 2,000 yards, he is on pace to also pass Calvin Johnson's wide receiver reception record as of now, and that's around 105 yards per game for the next 7 games. It's very, very doable. That's what I'm saying. Tyreek Hill should be in MVP conversations. Just like A.J. Brown, he was having a phenomenal year until he got shut out by the Chiefs, but still, everybody has a bad game. Tyreek Hill against the Jets, is he going to put up 150 yards? It's going to be a little tough because, the Jets DBs in the secondary, they're pretty darn good. So can the Dolphins pull it off? Can the Dolphins win division games? Because that's another question. Yes, they beat the Patriots twice. They lost to the Bills. They still have 3 games left, 2 against the Jets, 1 against the Bills. If they beat the Jets both times and maybe beat the Bills, and again, the last week of the season could potentially be to clinch the division. And if they do that, or if the Bills or the Jets, because I don't think the Patriots are going to come back, they're 2-8 right now. If the Bills or the Jets just basically have a slump, the Miami Dolphins will clinch a top 4 spot in the playoffs. Obviously, you want to be they are a game behind the Baltimore Ravens. They have to have tiebreakers. A whole bunch of different things need to happen in order for them to get the number 1 seed. Do I see them getting it? I'm not sure, because a lot of different pieces have to fall in place at the perfect time. Again, the Chiefs have to lose, the Ravens have to lose, and the Dolphins, if they beat the Ravens in the week before the last, December 31st, that could potentially be to get the advantage over the Ravens, right? If they have the same record. So many different things with 7 games left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With 7 games left, the Miami Dolphins, I see the Dolphins going here 5-2. At 5-2, they're 12-5. And I'll be honest, that's a playoff team for me. That is a team that is hosting a division game, home game. And man, it's going to be I'm going to be a very, very proud Dolphin fan. On top of that, I want to see them win the playoff game. On top of that, I want to see them win the goddamn Super Bowl. But it is what it is. We'll have to go one step, one day at a time. But guys, let me know what you guys think. Can the Miami Dolphins win their division? My opinion is yes. Do you agree, disagree? Hit that like button. Let me know down in the comment section. Remember to hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Peace and love. Bye.